there they go. Back in stadium, the shady pitches flow. Nuts they go, macadamian, they go so ballistic, whoa. He can make them look like bozos, he's wondering if he should sit this slow. Fuck no, go for broke, his cup just runneth over, oh no. He ain't had him a boss like this since the last time that he overdosed. They've been waiting patiently for Pinocchio.
We're back.
We're here. What up, everybody? Sorry again for all the technical difficulties. Technology is a bitch and a half sometimes. But
I'll take the heat on this one. It's all my fault.
Oh no, it happens, man. It happens. These things happen to the best of us. It's out.
Shouldn't have turned off my computer last night.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
But
so man.
What's up?
How was your day?
Day's been good, man. Had a day off, so actually sat back and relaxed. So yeah, it was rather interesting for once.
I've had a fucking 24 hours, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I bet. From what you told me, it's been a day and a half. But, at least the day's almost over. We're here, and we're about to have some fun with it.
No doubt. All right. Well, you know the deal, guys. Let's do the sponsor roll time.
Yep. Go ahead and kick it off, Eddie.
All right. So our title sponsor is 7 East Genetics. 7 East amplifies the Canadian tradition of crafting organic artisan cannabis that must be exceptionally loud and refined, grown only using the organic practices of Korean natural farming. Their seeds are guaranteed and backed by their 100% money back guarantee. Check out some of their amazing strains: Cherry Popper, Backseat Preacher, Blueberry Bastard, Dragon's Punch, Wizard Sleeve. 10% off, and get a free random seed pack when you use code SSL.
Oh yeah, and as always, chat. Y'all know it from watching my streams, Odie streams, and SSL. We're partnered up with Dubby. Dubby is a kick-ass, jitterless energy drink blend that rivals the likes comparison of G Fuel and Ghost, but is actually a lot better, and here's why. Dubby is using the caffeine that is sourced and harvested from the actual fruit of the coffee Arabica plant itself. So it gives you that clean, hard-focused energy without the jitters, without the crash, and it is completely sugar-free, no maltodextrose, calorie-free as well. No fake or additive stuff in it, and use our code SSL to get 10% off your purchase today.
Or ODI 187.
Or
Eka.
Or
Eka Music.
Yep, there's multiple.
And I just got my shipment yesterday, and I'm spent all night focusing on our 1v1 part.
Yes, we got. So for those of you that were tuned in last week, I called Odie out and challenged him to a 1v1 at a modded map, not just a regular vanilla map that we always do 1v1s on. Since both Odie and I are on PC, we decided, thanks to the help of Trashco in the chat, by the way, we took it to the modded streets, and we decided, since we had Vado on last week, it was only prudent of us to host this 1v1 at Vado's most recent modded map, the Courtyard.
How about we introduce our special guest?
Perfect timing. Let's go ahead and do that. Why don't you go ahead and give him a proper introduction?
Well, this man has been a legend in the fake skate community, especially in the session community. He is like the originator of Seshline. Oh man, dude did a podcast. Well, no, it was more like Sesherflix. What is it? Sesher. I think it was like Seshline. I can't remember what it was. It was some like podcast that you guys did way back. We'll get into that too. But Disco, how you doing, man?
Dude, thank you so much for having me on. Just been super stoked this whole week to have something to do with Session and its community, but not have to actually organize any of the shit. So I was super chill the whole week because I haven't had to do that in forever.
Quick question: do you have his screen share pulled up, or his camera pulled up?
Yeah,
I know that we have him on cam. Sick.
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
I'm up here. No more mustache. It's been since, let's see, the last time that I did a Seshline was June, I think June or July of last year. So
yeah, around there.
Been on a good hiatus, took my sabbatical, and you bastards wrote me back in, as well as my teammates for a Glizzy Grip company. We decided that we were going to do our annual edit dropping probably next month, depending on how lazy I am with actually editing everything. But yeah, no, it's super stoked to be here and chat with you guys. You guys have been bringing the community back to life from what it seems like, and so it's an honor to be here, dudes. I'm ready for the ride.
Our clip of the week
Yes.
comes from the legend EA Skate video, and it's not just a clip. He made a fucking edit.
Does it start with the fart sound?
I have not watched it. I just know that it's just a bunch of hippie flips.
It starts with a very famous and known session
Figurehead.
influencer, quote unquote.
Oh, sweet. So me? I didn't know I was in the game.
Yeah, you're in it. Surprise. Spoiled. Yo, guys, they got Disco in session now. Play it. Start dropping your clips as Disco.
Yeah, the skater is about half the height as the regular skater, and after about 3 pushes, he takes a break and goes home.
3 pushes and he's, huh. That's it for me today.
Hey, my bed accuracy is the same as my wood accuracy. I'm only pushing 3 times, and that's it. The rest of the time is gonna lay there.
Fucking killed that guy, by the way. He's fucking dead.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. On that note, let's check out this video from EA.
Yeah, EA Skate. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sick of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
As I look up the ceiling fan.
You can't do a hippie flip through this cause there is collision that goes all the way across. Sorry.
All right.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, a little slam dunkaroonie. Now, if you land it, is this where it goes? Is this the tease?
Yep.
Is this the tease here? Ooh, baby. That's some hot meatballs.
Insane.
Now show it to me again, but make a fart sound.
Right?
I need the cloud poop for it to be an EA video.
Yep.
Oh, and flip.
Insane, dude.
See the dichotomy between EA's Cord to Body Distance and then NECA's?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's set for the hippie stuff.
Yeah,
oh, and the little wally off of it too.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that wasn't one quick sitting.
No, definitely not. Well, I mean, for EA, it probably was one quick sitting. Fuck.
Hey, fuck you. I don't want to give him that much credit.
One quick sitting being, like a few hours.
Yeah.
That's...
This week, Hall of Meat is brought to you by our very own voice of SSL, Decaf. With
she went for a tour of the map.
Yeah, he said, I just want to fly. And she did. Check this out.
Yo, Disco, man, you gotta watch this. This is hilarious.
Oh.
Hits the invisible wall.
That texture did not like that.
Nope.
Let's run that
The
again.
neck bending was pretty gnarly.
Let's watch that one more time.
Bye.
See ya.
That's a nice wall. There's a broken neck.
Man, don't you
Decaf
love
here
the
trying
attention
to
to
break-
detail where they created the different parts of the skateboard for them to just break?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Decaf
Love it.
attempting to break the fourth wall.
I didn't even notice the face. Did you see this?
Yeah, the face is great.
Yeah, had a stroke midair, and you got the.
Oh man, you got to share the screen just so people can see this. This is hilarious.
All
The
right,
face, man. It's all about the face on this one.
Chat right here. Me after I play a dubstep show.
Yep. My wife after she takes her gummies.
And if they let the camera roll right there with it just around the face, those eyes would just be shifting slowly left to right.
Yeah.
Me when I'm
I
at a
smoke
rave.
weed for my glaucoma.
Eyes shifting left to right. Me when I'm at a rave.
Yo, you're colorblind.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
So how has that affected you in life and in session, man?
In session, how is session?
That's got to be a fucked up. That's got to be a fucked up game to play.
And in life, so pretty much what I do for work is I work on a computer most of the day and stuff's in Excel, and I have to keep reminding people to stop color coding their
Yeah.
fucking shit in Excel.
Fucking hate that.
Random colors. I'm like, color it gray, color it red, or color it yellow. Like I can see those three things like perfectly fine differentiated. But when they start
Mhm.
doing like salmon and then they put like a light purple in there, I'm like, fuck you. Like I can't tell the difference. And so what I'll do is I'll go to Format Painter and go and see like, oh, this is the color that it brought up, and I have to big
Mm.
brain it. And people are like, well, how do you match your clothes? Like you always match like your clothes together, and like you kind of look like you know what you're doing. I'm like,
Mm.
well, when I go to a store and I buy something, I ask the person who works there what that color is. I use my thing called a memory.
Mm.
I remember what color that is. I know a color wheel, like what matches with what. Like
Mm.
I can't wear this navy hat with a black shirt. I don't wear brown with black. Like I know color values.
Mm.
So anyone else who does or is colorblind of any kind of spectrum, like I'm not black and gray, like black and white
Mm.
only colorblind. It's just like there's certain shades. So like a certain value of like a red next to a certain value of a green, when they're put together, like my eyes can't differentiate them. They just blend together. But if it's like a really, really dark red and it's a light green, almost like a yellow green, I can see the difference. It's just like when those
Mm.
prisms start to cross and they're like really close in their value, just fucking crazy.
Session must be fun.
Why? What's in session that I don't know about?
Like it must be. Wait, does Session have a colorblind mode?
No,
No, they
not
should.
at all. The red font was really, really hard to read early on, and they changed a lot of the red font for the mission stuff.
Mm.
And that's fine. Oh, remember Rage Comics?
Mm.
Like
Mm.
way back, kind of like Reddit, 4chan kind of things. So it'd be like
Yeah.
it'd be a
Whoa.
black screen with really thin font, but the font was red colored.
Yeah.
I had to put my eyes fucking really close to the screen to kind of see that. Like I
Holy
wasn't
crap.
blind. It was just like couldn't see it. And then all of a sudden, the whole community was like, "Hey, you should probably start putting all your font in green because they can see the difference." It's like, I'm
Mm.
they. I'm the
I'm
they they're
they.
talking about. Favorite
Mhm.
thing is like when someone finds out I'm colorblind, they're like, "Hey, what color is this?" I'm like, I don't know. I think it's probably like jazz, or like it reminds me of cheese. Like I'll just start saying stupid shit to them. Like it doesn't really matter. Like
Mhm.
I know grass is green. I know the sky is blue, but like because we defined it to be that color, it could be
Yeah,
orange. Like you don't
for all
know. I
we
could
know,
be the one
yeah.
who's right.
Right? Like
We could be the colorblind ones.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
technically, the entire Earth is upside down, and the way our eyes refract it into our brain from our optical nerve is reflecting it upside down. So we're seeing it right side up, but it's actually the other way around.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
it's
that is
fucking weird, right?
that
It's
that
just
is one of those shower thoughts right there, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Ideas.
Yes.
yeah. It's really cool to see that you guys are giving a landing spot, and then you're
Mhm.
going into those other communities and like pulling them in. Like I know
Mhm.
not everyone wants to go to Twitch to watch stuff, but you're taking your Twitch content, putting it on
Put it on
YouTube,
YouTube.
putting it on Spotify. I'm like, oh shit, I can listen to Spotify while I'm at work. I can download an
Mhm.
episode because I don't have cell service when I'm at work.
Mhm.
Like that's that's that cool shit that I wish that Seshline got to, but I'm glad you guys are not really like taking up the torch. You're just taking the ball in a completely different court and just like grabbing other people and saying, "Hey,
Mhm.
come do this shit." Everyone knows Spot of the Week, King of the
Mhm.
Hill, Kill the
Actually, a
Spot.
lot of people don't know about King of the Hill. That's actually going to be the next question.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's that's for the old timers. They're about to
Yeah.
hit King of the
Yeah.
Hill number 200 in 5 weeks.
Why did you rejoin King of the Hill the past 2 weeks?
Because fucking Suko decided to stream when I was awake because he's across the pond,
Yeah.
and he was streaming and he was hitting a spot, and I was like, oh shit, that's a janky spot because I like
Mhm.
skating janky spots. I haven't played Session, and
So
I'm
for
like,
I'm just gonna like give a quick preface here.
yeah,
King of the Hill is a Discord, or I guess it'd be Seshcord. Seshcord is the
Session.
Discord. King of the Hill, it's a weekly basically King of the Hill. You hit a spot and it gets voted out of 10.
Yeah, and there's a bot that
Yeah.
they actually pay money for, where when you submit a clip in there,
Mhm.
it puts the Discord reactions 1 through number 10, and
Mhm.
someone votes, gives it a 10, and it puts it into a category. And at the end of the week, if someone hasn't voted, it'll take their votes out, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
If someone votes only for 3 of the 4
Mhm.
clips, it removes them, so no one gets any
Yeah.
bias or like. So that was a lot of effort. So there were a lot of people who worked on that. That was not me.
Yeah.
That was some big brain people
Yeah.
that worked on that. But yeah, King of the Hill has been around for
For 200 weeks.
3
200
years.
weeks.
Yeah,
200 weeks. Almost
yeah.
now.
It's King of the Hill 195. So if you win King of the Hill for the week, you pick the spot.
Yeah, you get to pick the next week's spot.
That's why it's King of the Hill. So
Yeah.
like if you stay on top, you keep picking the spots. And if you like janky spots, you're gonna keep fucking people over.
Yep.
And I pick janky spots. And yeah,
Yeah,
so
because you won last week, didn't you?
yeah, I
Yeah.
won last week. I'm gonna lose
I don't
this
like your
week.
spot this week, by the way.
Oh, good.
That's
What's
why
what's the spot
I
this
haven't
week?
participated in KOH in probably about like a month and a half, 2
Yeah,
months because
and
I've been
that's what's
busy
so
with
dope
SSS
about KOH is you can drop in, drop
and
out
out.
as much as you want. Like it's
Mhm.
weekly.
Why the name Disco?
Disco. Okay, so the name Southern Discomfort has a lot of syllables. It's hard to it's hard to say. It's a name that I've had for okay. Let me say the origin of Southern Discomfort, and we'll go into the abbreviation of the disco. Grew up listening to metal, hardcore, post-hardcore, metalcore, all the cores, all
Mhm.
the all the screeching
metal.
sounds coming from a body.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
I was in a quote unquote band when I was in high school. That was a metalcore and deathcore band,
Mhm.
and I wanted it to be called Southern Discomfort because I like uh, I like contradictions with stuff. And also, if you guys didn't know, I'm straight edge. I haven't like partaken in the devil's lettuce or the wacky juice or any of that stuff since I was 17.
Mm.
So I thought it was a more of like a straight edge kind of pun on stuff like that. I don't care that you guys do what you do. Like, by the way, I'm not like
Decaf was about to assume
yeah,
that Disco got drunk one night on Southern Discomfort or
yeah,
Southern Comfort
no,
and had the worst hangover the next morning.
no,
That's my wife with peach schnapps.
it was Jack and Coke, and I drove it
Oh,
into a T post in the middle of a field.
damn.
Oof.
And I was like, "Hey, I'm 17. I probably should be doing this." And yeah, but anyway, um, but yeah, so Southern Discomfort is kind of like a straight edge kind of like pun on it
Mm.
because you're just anyway. But I wanted to name the band that, and everyone's like, "That's kind of fucking stupid." I don't want to say that on a show.
It's kind of fucking stupid.
And so I was like, "Fine, I'm gonna keep the name for myself." And so that's what it came to be. I started a YouTube channel when I was in college with one of my roommates, and we called ourselves Southern Discomfort. Um, and it kind of stuck. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start streaming," so I made it that. But when I started streaming session, Nar came in and he was like, "Oh, we got a guy over here named Suko. Your name, people call you Soko. We can't do that. Like it's just too confusing." And so Narkille just deemed it to be disco. Yeah, there's like a band name Southern Discomfort or something, or like a yeah. I don't know. We got like a couple thousand followers on YouTube. I don't fucking pay attention to it anymore.
I don't know. I just tried looking for it.
Uh, but you can type like in GTA or like Fallout
Oh,
or
okay.
something. Like it's got like a fucking ton of views for no stupid reason.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so Narkille was the one who coined the name disco
Disco.
because it was too confusing for the fellow viewers with having Succo, Suko,
Suko
and
Soko.
Soko. So
Mhm.
it was coined disco, and I'm cool with that. Like
Yeah,
I like it.
there you go.
Too many syllables, man.
Too many syllables.
Too
Yeah.
many syllables. I think I want to answer one more question. It's not in chat,
Mm.
but it's something that you guys had on a previous episode about
What's up?
weirdest place you've taken a shit.
Yo, okay. Yeah, IBS day. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so you're just like
I remember
mean,
that question. That was
you
a good one.
you just name a location and Odie's like, "Yeah, done it
Been there
30 times."
30
Like,
time.
been there. They
Been there,
know me
done it.
by name.
Yep. Been there, done it.
So I probably have a bunch of them, but the deal is I have one that's more recent. So
Ooh,
I went with a
spicy.
bunch of it was spicy. I went with a all my old college roommates. So I lived with 4 other guys in college, and we all went to Cancun together for Christmas. Like fully skipped Christmas with our family. We all went together. Said fuck
Nice.
it. Greatest thing ever. Like if you're not
Mhm.
like super family oriented or super religious, I highly suggest getting the fuck out. But we went to Cancun. I went with my buddy. He's a certified scuba.
Sorry.
He's a certified scuba diver.
Oh my god, you shit in your wetsuit.
No.
Certified
Okay, you got
scuba
one on me,
diver.
man.
Certified scuba diver. And so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll go with you. I have zero fucking fear. I'm like, I have a fear of drowning is one of my number one ways to not want to die. But fuck it,
It's
I'll go with
peaceful.
you. No, it's not.
Mm.
What the fuck?
It's literally not.
What?
I want to
Moving on.
put that like
Moving on.
on a t-shirt. Drowning. I hear it's peaceful.
That's a bumper
Uh,
sticker and a half right there, dude.
Oh man. So the days that we could go out were cut down to just one day. They're like, hey, you can only go out scuba diving this one day because there's a lot of storms coming in, and this is the only day that looks semi-clear. It was supposed to be 2 tanks of oxygen to go out, and like the day of, they're like, we're gonna cut you down to 1 tank. We're gonna cut down your dive time in half.
Mhm.
And so the way they teach you in Cancun, which is just straight up Mexico, if you don't know for a Canadian,
Yeah.
uh, they,
Funny.
they just
Funny. I've
they
been,
just
dude. It's fun.
they put you in a 3-foot pool at the
Yep.
resort, and be like, hey, here's how you kind of breathe. I'm like,
Mm.
sweet. And then they were like, all right, cool, you're good to go. You're good to go. So you don't wear a wetsuit because it's warm there. So I'm
Yeah.
just like in my swim trunks and like the dive gear and shit. So we're going out, and you can see a storm coming in, and fuck, I've never gotten seasick in my entire life. I've ridden on boats forever. I even took Dramamine before. Started getting seasick. I don't throw up because I'm a fucking champ. And I just start sweating so profusely. My buddy looks at me, he's like, you good? I'm like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't even fucking talk to me. And then by the time we get to the dive spot, 3 people have dropped out. And they're like, we're not going. We feel fucking sick. This looks terrible. And I say, fuck it, let's go. I dive in. This is when I had full mustache. Like it was grown way the fuck out. I dive in, my mask gets a leak in it. So my mask automatically fills up with water. So I inhale salt
Oh.
water. And then
Drink tap water in Mexico.
I go up to the surface, and my instructor doesn't speak English. I give the sign like got water, and they're like, oh cool. They come over and they like dump the water out, and they're like, you ready to go? I'm like, no, I need to go back and switch out these goggles. Like, okay. And they put their hand on my head and go and push me back in, and more water goes back in. And I ingest more salt water, and I come up, and I'm like, fuck you guys, I'm going to the boat. And the guy that's on the boat, he's like, hey, you need a new mask? I'm like, yeah, this fucking lady won't listen to me. He's like, here you go, throws me a new mask. I go in, and like right when I go underwater, I'm like the seasick, and then the salt water inside my body starts hitting together.
Oh,
And so
the perfect storm.
yeah, and so I go underwater, and like if you've never scuba dived before, you hear your oxygen, you're breathing like
Mhm.
Darth Vader, and you're very, very aware of how
Mhm.
bad you're breathing. And I'm like fucking huffing. And I go in, and then I start seeing a black ring around my eyes, like I'm blacking out underwater. And this is a 40-minute dive. And I'm like 5 minutes in, I'm blacking out. And I start feeling like the rumble in my stomach. And I'm like, I squeeze my butthole as tight as I can. And I guess the laws of physics underwater work differently. And so it comes out the front. And so I throw up into my own oxygen mask,
Oh no.
and it goes in the tubes, and I have to breathe it back in. So I have to swallow the throw up back.
Nice.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, I did that. And then 30 seconds later, happens again, and I'm like, nope. And just like I throw up in my mask, and I like take the mask off underwater, and like there's a purge button that blows all the water out, or the air out. And so then you put it back in. But like at that point, I was like, my lower extremity had relaxed. And so I shit my full diaper underwater. What's really cool about the ocean is fish follow you.
Yep.
especially if you got food. They love shit. They love shit, man. So they followed me around that whole time. Everyone was swimming around me. They're like, "Oh my god, look at all these fish!" I'm like, "Yeah, they're eating my shit." But anyway, so then I get
god.
then I get then I
Fucking
get then I
awesome.
get back on the boat, and it's a 35-minute boat ride back. And but when you get back in the boat, you have to take your mask off and everything. And the instructors look at me, and there's like throw up and snot like all over my mustache. And they're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Don't fucking talk to me." I just say "Cállate," and I walk back to my seat, and I sit down, and we ride back. And I tell my buddy, I was like, "Hey, all my shit's underneath my bench. Grab it as soon as we dock. I'm running off this boat and going to the bathroom." And I am so proud. They had the best plumbing system I have ever been around, because that thing was caked to the brim when we got off the boat. But anyway, there's my shit story. Everyone needs a
That's
good shit
fucking
story.
awesome. Everybody needs a good shit story, man.
Yeah.
Fucking blue
that was Christmas
chunks
morning,
and
dude. I
That was Christmas morning.
he
awesome.
blue
That's how I spent
chunks
Christmas.
and jet propulsed himself with his ass, basically.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can't say I ever did that.
Props,
That makes
man.
you happy.
I don't think I got the talent or the skill to do that, man. Yet alone in
Nope.
water.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, dude, you must be scarred for life. You probably never want to go scuba diving again." But my idiot brain's like, "No, I gotta redeem myself. That's fucking stupid. Like, I'm gonna do better next time."
Trash goes
Did
like,
you
"Did
weigh
you weigh
yourself
yourself?"
Funny story about that. Oh, I should give you preface. When I travel, I get really constipated because my body goes in like, "Hey, you're in a weird spot. You probably shouldn't shit here. That's not safe for you." I didn't shit for 4 days leading up to that.
Oh, there's your reason.
So yeah,
Damn.
God. You can. I would have made UFC weight if I had to drop it to the next weight class.
Oh
Yeah, man. Hope that makes you guys happy.
Oh, man,
I
that
just love
fucking
how you're
killed me,
saying
dude.
this with like the most like blithe,
Straight
straight face.
face.
It's funny because I've told this story several times to like family members, like my grandparents. Like, "Yeah, dude, I shit in the ocean." And they're like, "What?" And then I threw up and I ate it.
That's gangster as fuck.
I got no
Yep.
shame, man.
No shame at all.
That's
No
fucking
fucking shame.
hilarious.
And I think that's our cue to leave this on a high note, guys.
What a
Thanks
fucking
for joining the podcast tonight. And fuck, man, I'm freaking dying here.
I appreciate you guys for inviting me.
Yeah,
and,
man.
you guys keep doing.
We'll
what you're
definitely
doing.
have you on again for sure. This has been a blast.
Better shit my pants again for the next show.
real quick before we officially end it, is there any last words or thoughts you want to share with the session community?
Yeah, keep creating stuff. Reach out, find people. If you see new people out there, kind of gauge it, but push them, get them involved. Because if you don't get someone involved, they're just going to put a couple things out there and they're going to disappear into the ether. That's the only reason why you guys are here, because you found someone that pushed you somewhere along the way. So pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Indeed.
Brilliantly said, man.
Indeed.
Well, I speak for myself and Odie, and I'm pretty sure I speak for the rest of our live viewers here. And
Thanks
those
for
that
fucking coming, man. It's been a blast.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a long ass podcast, brother.
No shit. It was fun, man.
It's good.
Been a
I
good one.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for taking time out of your day/evening to be here with us. We greatly appreciate it, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
Oh yeah. All right,
Well,
guys.
All right, guys. That's gonna be it for us. Thanks again for tuning in.
Yep.
Tilted
We'll
Reality
see you
Podcast.
back next
signing
week.
out.
There they go, back in stadium, the shady switches flow. Nuts they go, macadamian, they go so ballistic, whoa. He can make them look like bozos, he's wondering if he should spit this slow. Fuck no, go for broke, his cup just runs over, oh no. He ain't had him a boss like this since the last time that he overdosed.